and welcome to a new weekly vlog. I just wanted to come here, open up this vlog, and I wanted to start off with kind of like a book haul, as well as introduce the book or books that I'm thinking I want to read this week. So starting with the book haul, I received 2 books from Usborne. Is it Usborne or is it Usborne? And it is middle grade books. They sent me The Girl, The Ghost, and The Lost Name, and this is by Reese Carter. This is actually a proof copy because our post office system is absolute nonsense. It took a while. However, the book is coming out on the 29th of September, so I should actually try and prioritize this to read it as early as possible. So it says a spooky, funny, magical, and atmospheric adventure, which is what I'd love to hear, right? And the person who said this is Jessica Townsend, who is the author of Nevermore, and I've heard that Nevermore is one of the best middle grade series to read. So it says he leans in closer. It says he leans closer, and when he speaks again, his words come out all urgent sounding. Don't reckon I can put off a second death very much longer, he says. So listen up, will you? Those witches, they're up to something. A pause. We need to get you off this rock. I shake my head. Off the rock that doesn't exist? That's not even possible? He finishes for me, and I nod. Of course it is. I'll show you. So yeah, this sounds interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I might actually decide to pick it up much earlier, maybe in this vlog still. And then the other one, this is another proof copy, and this is called Operation Nativity, and this is by Jenny Pearson. Oh, I don't have a physical copy. Oh, I read it on ebook, but it was so good and it was so funny. I absolutely loved it. This is coming out on the 13th of October, and what does it say? When Oscar and Molly rush outside to investigate a crash in the night, they're not expecting to find a dazed Angel Gabriel wandering around the grandparents' back garden, and they're certainly not expecting to find themselves in a race to save Christmas. But if they don't track down a missing shepherd, wise man, donkey, and an actual Mary and Joseph, who've all crash landed in Chipping Bottom, not only will Christmas cease to exist, but they will too. It sounds like it's going to be a nice, festive book to read. Yeah, this one is called Operation Nativity. Yeah, also, I got my nails done. I think they're like really cute. They're not perfect, but I think I did pretty well for a first timer. And then I bought a copy of Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This is one of my most anticipated releases for this year, and I've never read anything from V.E. Schwab, so I don't even know why I was really excited. But I am excited to read this one. I believe this one is a middle grade. I don't want to read the back of it because I want to pick it up very soon, so I don't want to get spoiled, but that's what I got. And then I also got a copy of She Called Me Woman, and this is by, oh, it's an anthology, I think. So it says She Called Me Woman, Nigeria's Queer Women Speak, and it's edited by Azinar Muhammad, Chitra Nagarajan, and Rafiat Aliyu. I hope I'm not butchering all of these names. But let's see. There are 25 stories. So I think I might be picking up maybe this one to start off soon and just slowly, get through the short stories. I haven't had the greatest experience with short stories, so I hope that this one will be really good. And then the next 3 books are borrowed books. I borrowed them from my friend Vuvu, and they are the first 3 books in the Hlomo series. Yes, guys, I'm finally going into it. So we've got The Wife, we've got Zandile the Resolute, and we've got Naledi His Love. So I'm looking forward to reading these ones. They are a little bit thick. They're a little bit thick, but I think I'm getting used to thick books by now because I read a lot of fantasy. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be reading. And then, no, this is what I'm hauling. I'm gonna be starting it soon. Hopefully in October I can start with book 1. So as for what I'm reading this week, I want to pick up Daisy Darker, and this is by Alice Feeney. I started reading it the other day, but I was so sleepy, so I never got really anywhere with it. So I want to pick up Daisy Darker from today. Whenever I'm done with Daisy Darker, I would like to go and continue with Empire of the Vampire. I'm still on page 206, but I am going to restart this chapter onto page 205. So yeah, this is my reading plans for the week. I was thinking of going back to the final Empire, but I'm trying to like not open up more books when I haven't finished other books. So the plan is to read Daisy Darker, and whenever I'm done with it, I'm gonna go back to Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. So yeah, audiobook wise, I am listening to Agatha Christie, which is also like a collection of short stories dedicated to Agatha Christie, and it's written by lots of different authors. I know Leigh Bardugo is there, Alyssa Cole is there, and a whole lot of other people. So I'm listening to it. It's okay, I'm not really fascinated. But then I was also listening to Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, which is book 2 of the Red Rising series, and it's absolutely delicious. It's delicious. It's a very, very good book. But I'm like going way ahead of myself. I need to get the physical copy and then restart it because I want to collect the series, because I feel like it's so good. I feel like it's so good. So yeah, I want to get the physical, and then I can reread essentially. But yeah, that's my reading plans for this week. I want to make a coffee and get into work. I have a lot of work to do. And yeah, I have a lot of work to do. So let me get to that. And then yeah, yesterday I went to the Blackbird Books meet and greet event, which was actually quite nice. I met up with my friends, and yeah, we met up with everybody from Blackbird Books as well. We had very great conversations. It was really, really good. And then afterwards we just went to go hang out at Vuvu's place, and we chill some more, laugh some more, talk some more. So it was a really good Sunday. But now I'm actually tired. But I need to up my energy levels so that I can have a great week. I'm planning on having a fantastic week, and I hope that you watching are also having or planning to have a fantastic week. I feel like a lot of this is also mental, like, you know the saying, if you believe it you can, whatever the rest of the saying says. But I'm a firm believer in the things that you say, and whatever you put out into the universe comes back to you. So I try by all means to never say negative things about myself, and always try to say positive things. And most of the time I feel like it works, because when you have a positive mindset of doing things, I think you actively do the positive thing, which then brings the thing that you said to reality, I guess. Right? Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Hello you guys, it is lunchtime and I'm about to read Daisy Darker, and this is by Alice Feeney, right? And I just read the editor's note, a note from the author's agent, right? So basically it says that they received this novel after Christmas last year. It was wrapped in brown paper with no note of who it came from, right? And it's like there was no cover letter, not even a note. Inside the parcel I found a manuscript. Most writers send their work by email these days, and I do not accept unsolicited material. But the name on the title page took my breath away, because the author of this novel has been dead for some time. And I'm just like, what? I feel like we're already in the thriller before I even like get to read this book. But then it said, right, after a great deal of consideration, I decided that this was a tale that deserved to be told. The publishers of this novel have changed the names of some of the characters for legal reasons, but not one word of the story, if it is a story. I confess I fear that at least some of what you're about to read might be true. Oh, guys, I already feel like that this is gonna be a good one. Especially having the thought at the back of your mind that these, like whatever's been told here, might actually be true. Am I reading a fiction or am I reading non-fiction? I have no idea. All I know is that it's a thriller and I'm about to get into it. I'll let you guys know what's going on, because I don't even know what the book is about yet. But I'll give you guys updates and let y'all know what's going on in this here book. Hello you guys, I think this is the first time I'm talking to you guys today. I've been busy. I've had a very busy day. Sorry, burps. I had a very busy day. I've moisturized my hair and left it in these little knots. I attempted to make banana bread. I did make banana bread. I just have no idea what it tasted like. I am typically somebody who does not measure anything when they're cooking, so yeah, I kind of took that approach when baking. I just put like 2 ripe bananas, 1 medium-sized egg, I guess, half a cup of oat milk, a splash of vanilla essence, because I don't know how much that was, about 1/3, I think, of sugar, and I added flour until I felt like the consistency was okay, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. But I think maybe I made the mix too soft, like it's too liquid. I think I should have made it a little bit more thicker, but I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. I switched off the oven and left it in the oven. Yeah. We'll see. I haven't baked anything in like literal years. I've not baked anything in years. But yeah, I am reading Daisy Darker this week. I'm currently on page 66. It is a dark thriller and it's labeled as a crime thriller. So we have this family, the Darker family, and they are at this family home. And what do they call this place? C-class house, somewhere close to a beach. And they get to this place to celebrate the matron, I guess, of the family, celebrate her 80th birthday. And she believes that she's going to die when she's 80 because she met this truth teller back in the day who told her that she will not live past 80. And what happens? She dies. She does die on the morning of, like, well, I guess in the middle of the night, at like just at midnight, she dies. But we don't know if it is an accident or if somebody has killed her. And so it's kind of like a murder mystery as well. And there's people who, like, she read her last will and testament the night before, and a lot of people were not happy with what she left them, because her son, her one and only son, she left him all of her 80 clocks. So she's been collecting a clock for each and every year that she's lived. So she's got 80 clocks in her house that are all working, all ticking, all chiming at midnight, all together. And she left that to her only child, saying something like, I hope you will appreciate like time or something like that. I don't know. And he thought he was gonna get the house, but he didn't get the house. And she left the house to the youngest person in the family, who is the great grandchild of Lily, who's one of the 3 daughters of this father. What's his name? Let me give you people's names. Frank. I think the father's name is Frank. Frank and Nancy have 3 children. Rose is the first one, then Nancy, then Daisy, who is our main character. And Daisy has a heart condition. She was born with a heart condition. She's died like literally 8 times, and they had to revive her and stuff. And she doesn't have a very good relationship with her parents, mostly because they didn't want her. And the mother is very regretful to her kids because she feels like they ruined her career and stuff like that. But I'm like, how can you just blame kids? They don't choose to be here. You know, you are the grown-up. You're the one who makes the decision to do the things that needs to be done to make babies. Unless, you know, it's a different circumstance where you didn't have a choice, then I understand. But not when you had a choice, bro. But yeah, so we're trying to figure it out. And there's also another character in here, Connor, who is not family but grew up very close to this house and therefore grew up with the daughters. And it seems like something happened back in the day, and it involves Rose and Connor and Daisy. Something happened because it's like Connor and Daisy are still upset at her, so it was probably like a relationship type thing, because Daisy did mention that she's like had a crush on this guy and she probably still loves him or something. So we'll see. I'm only on page 66. Like I said, I still have a while to go, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what is happening. So far, it's been literally a couple of hours. Each chapter, they give us kind of like a date and time. And as I'm paging through, I see we go back in time, like in the 80s. So we'll see. And then there was also like an ominous note that was written about death. And I'm just like, what is going on? Because this grandma, her name was what was her Nana, they called her Nana. She writes children's books, and yeah, she wrote something very ominous on the chalkboard that she has in her kitchen, and it's book of death and things like that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm still busy with work. And in terms of what I'm watching, I am watching season 2 of Love is Blind. It's got me with a chokehold now. I finished season 1, I think, over the weekend, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna go into season 2. I'm okay. And then I started watching episode 1, and now I'm just like, oh gosh, I want to know. I want to see what's gonna happen. Yeah, what are you guys watching? Let me know what you're watching on Netflix, I guess, preferably, because that's the platform I use to stream. I don't really use other streaming platforms anymore. I tried Apple TV, but it wasn't that great. The only thing that I liked on there was C. Yeah, but let me know what's interesting on Netflix right now, and maybe I'll watch it. But yeah, I'm watching season 2 of Love is Blind. I feel like Shane is giving like Barnett vibes, but not in a good way. And Natalie, shame, I feel for Natalie. I hope that she finds somebody that she can connect to. I don't like Shayna. I like Jared and Ayana. I think I forgot. I like them, but I haven't really seen much of them. But I guess we're getting to know people, and we just got our first engagement right now. So I'm on episode 2, by the way. But yeah, that's what's happening. I'll let you guys know how the banana bread fares in this house, if they like it. I know my daughter is the best, gonna be the best judge. If she hates something, she will tell you. She will tell you. If she loves it, she'll tell you, Mama, this is so delicious. And I feel so good when she says that, because I can believe her, you know. My husband, there's signs. I can't, like, just, if he doesn't like something, he keeps quiet, he doesn't say nothing. But if he really, really loves something, he starts dancing when he's eating. Like, he'll tap his feet and things, stuff like that. So then I know that's a sure way to find out. But also, both of them are really addicted to sugar. So anything sweet, except for those brandy balls, those things were disgusting. But yeah, let me carry on working, and I'll talk to you guys later.
He has the most beautiful blue eyes. I have blue eyes.
Guys, love is beautiful. Love is nice. Love is so nice. I think maybe that's the thing that's making me watch, like, outside of the drama. I like seeing people happy like this and in love. Like, it's really nice. It's really nice. It gives you faith in the world, okay? And I think this is kind of like a very interesting experiment. And I mean, the first season I think went well. We had 2 couples that stayed together. Like, Cameron and Lauren were like absolute faves. But yeah, love is beautiful, and I like the way they're doing it, because the world is very superficial right now, especially with social media and all that. It's not helping at all. So they're taking away all those devices and all those things that are so distracting, and making you feel like your life partner, or I don't know, your person should look like this, you know, be this race, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's okay to have preferences, but if it's gonna take over and you go beyond looking at the person's personality, it doesn't matter what your preference is. At the end of the day, when you have to live with this person and get to know them and get to deal with their good and their bad side, you know, their uglies, their beautifuls, their funnies, like, you can't, like, we're having a conversation the other day with my friends, and we're like, love is not enough in a relationship, right? You need to like the person that you're with. I feel like loving a person is easy, and especially if you've been with somebody for a very long time, you think, oh, I love them and everything is okay. But if you don't like them, that's where you see people getting treated so badly, and your partner will be rude to you, or treat you a certain way because essentially they don't like you. I think that's something that's very important. You must love your partner, but you need to like them at the same time. And that takes away this whole thing of, people getting irritated. If your partner irritates you, you don't like them. I'm sorry, but you don't like them. This is not supposed to be like a relationship advice, but just my opinion. But yeah, I just came here to say love is nice. It's beautiful. I love it. I love love.
In the sun, I mean in the...
Yeah, it's fine. The angle
it's not,
is fine.
there's a shade. It's pop.
Hey, there's still a shade this side. I don't mind it. It's a video. It doesn't have to be
So what must I
perfect.
do? You must get it out.
Turn it out. But like, it's gentle. I put my heart and soul in this.
So almost...
On the side.
like this.
No, I'm not gonna get it on camera, babe. Just on the side like this. Don't you just do that. Hey, I'm so sorry.
How did you make this?
I didn't even measure. Good morning, you guys, and welcome to another day with this vlog. Dressed up because I'm actually getting ready for work. I think it's probably like 7:15, but I'm only gonna leave the house at like 8:30 so that I can avoid as much of the traffic as possible. But I got my laptop out and I'm just doing a bit of work just to push for the morning and know that when I'm driving later on I would have gotten my day started. But yeah, I just wanted to come here and say good morning. Reading wise, I am still reading Daisy Darker. I'm still on like chapter 60 something. I didn't read much yesterday. I passed out because I haven't been feeling that great, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice as well. Like voice, like my throat is scratchy and I'm coughing a little bit. So yeah, I've had flu basically for the last week, but it's kind of like on and off. Yeah, I've downloaded a couple of audiobooks, so I've got a whole bunch to listen to, but I don't honestly know what I want to listen to. So I guess I'll figure it out as I get into the car. But yeah, I just wanted to come here, say good morning. Yeah, that's it. I'll probably only talk to you guys when I get back home after the office. But I hope you're having a good day. Good morning, you guys. Today's Thursday. I think it's like 8:30 or something. I'm feeling a bit hungry, so I think I might make some breakfast. I read a bit this morning. I read Daisy Darker, and guys, it did say that this family is dark, right? I think the thing that gets to me is like I still don't know if this is a real stories and real events, and I feel like it is based on what the agent's note said, because it said that the author passed away. But I don't want to do any research until I'm done with the book. I want to finish the book and see how I feel about the book, and then I will go do research and actually see that if this is based on true events, because it did say that the publisher changed some of the character names. Okay, but yeah, this family is problematic, and I feel like there's people like Lily is a wild child, and she's also very mean. I mean, there's these VHS it's VHS. The grandmother left like lots of VHSs and with like family memories and stuff like that, and ever since her death, people like somebody keeps putting these VHSs with like very specific moments back in the day when somebody was doing something bad. And the first one was when Lily went and put a baby, like a mouse, gosh, they put a mouse in Daisy's crib the first day that she got home, and she's hated her sibling ever since. When she went and broke her grandmother's, Lily, that is, when she broke her grandmother's painting because she was busy skating in the house when she wasn't supposed to, she blamed it on Daisy when she got into trouble because she's like, Daisy didn't warn her that the grandmother was here because she got distracted. Therefore, she went and locked her up inside her cabinet that sits like underneath the staircase, which is very dark, and she put this rat in there and locked her up for hours. Like, that's so cruel. That is so cruel, right? And because they keep giving you that information, it looks like Lily is the one that might have like killed the grandmother, but I feel like it's too easy. It's too easy. Part of me is suspecting Rose because she's quiet, but I feel like there's a danger to her, and I feel like there's a split personality thing going on with her, so I don't completely trust her. Connor, it feels like I'm trying to throw us off with Connor, but I feel like he didn't do it, but the way he's acting also is a little bit shady, and they keep referring back to this thing that happened a few years ago between Connor and Rose and Daisy, but they don't tell us what it is. But it's a reason why they have kind of like a a strain in there. I guess the relationship was always strained, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested. All I want to do is go back and read it, but I have to work. I've got to work. But yeah, I want to go make something to eat. Also, I got An Emotion of Great Delight by Tahira Murphy and my friend Umpile from Bookhauls Book Club. I will link it down below. Gifted me this book yesterday, and I'm really excited to read it. I also got a package from Penguin Random House, but I'll show it to you guys a bit later because I want to do an unboxing first on my Instagram, and then I will come here and show you guys. I'm really excited. I know what it is already because I did request it last week and they sent it to me, and I'm so happy. I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I will show it to you guys a little later on, but I just wanted to come here and say good morning, give you a little bit of an update, and I'll catch you guys later. I need to, you see what I'm doing? You see how I'm already starting to like mess up my bookshelf by putting books all over. I need to like find a home for them, and I'm looking at my cart, but I don't have space. I do not have space. I need to, should I get another cart? I don't know. I'm even thinking maybe I should get another cart and keep it in another part of the house, which I don't even know where. I don't have space. This house is small. Maybe in the bedroom. I don't know, but maybe I should like, because I can't say I'm gonna get rid of my books because I haven't read most of the books on the shelf. I have not. And I also still have books that are with like family members, so when those come back, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, it's a problem for another day, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello again. It's mid-afternoon, somewhere just before 1 o'clock, and I just shot my reel unboxing this book that I said I wanted to show you guys, and I'm here to show it to you. So the very generous and nice people at Penguin Random House sent me a copy of One by Jamie Oliver, Simple One Pan Wonders. So this is Jamie Oliver's new cookbook, and they sent me this copy. Like I've mentioned to you guys before, I really want to get back into cooking and making meals at home and healthy meals and all of that, and therefore I'm collecting cookbooks, and I'm like really excited. There's like, you won't see, but there's like a lot of yummy things in here, and I'm still somebody who's still very confused about how to do my groceries. I think you guys would have seen that probably in the previous month. I was ordering groceries every single week based on what I need, and I think that works for the most part, but it's also hard to keep track of how much I'm actually spending on food, and I constantly feel like I need more money for food, but also I feel like food is getting more and more expensive. Am I the only one who's noticed? But now, instead of like buying random, I think this month I tried to like buy bulk, but I feel like that doesn't work because I don't like throwing food away, and I don't want to have things in my fridge that I would have to throw away, because we kind of like back on the meat trail. I still want to eat more vegan meals than meaty meals. So for me personally, I'm still going to do that, but the rest of my family still does eat meat, so that I will buy for the month in bulk at the beginning of the month. But everything else, like, but even with that, I still, the point, what I'm trying to say is I feel like I'm mumbling. What I'm trying to say is I want to use the cookbooks and get inspiration from the cookbooks to like plan out my meals for the week. So I kind of want to be like, I don't know, every Saturday or something, I want to plan out the meals for the week, find nice meals to try, write down all the ingredients that's required for the meals, plan out for lunches for the week and things like that, and then shop groceries according to that. And then I can scratch off whatever I have in the house already, like things like onions I always have in the house, you know. I haven't bought potatoes in a long time, but there's a lot, oh gosh, there's a lot of nice things in here. So I've got let me show you all the cookbooks I have right now in the house. So let's get it. So I've got this one, food for kids. I want to revisit this because my daughter will have to like start packing lunch next year, because we want to change schools, and therefore, like, she's not used to eating sandwiches. The only sandwich my daughter eats is bread and jam. She is allergic to dairy, so I can't give her things like cheeses and all that. But this is a dairy-free cookbook, food for kids, and it says more than 1,000, not 1,000, I wish, more than 100 quick and easy recipes for lactose intolerant children. And I think that this was really nice. So I want to try this out and like give her yummy lunches, but healthy lunches at the same time. So I bought this like a couple of years ago, but I feel like I haven't really used it, and I want to start doing that and getting her used to trying different foods because she is picky. And so I want to be patient as well. I must remember to be patient. I must remember to, like, you know, be calm with her and let her try different things and taste different things, and yeah, then we can have nice lunches, because I really want her to have nice lunches. And yeah, so I'm gonna use this. I bought this from a grocery shop that we went to. I think it was at Yasmin, and it was only 80 rands. Was this from Yasmin, or was this from her previous school? Wait, I think this might have been from her school in Cape Town. There was a time they were selling books. I think this might have been from the school actually. And then of course I've got Cooking with Zanele, and this is volume 1. I got this from Exclusive Books using the voucher that they sent to me, and oh gosh, the stuff in here is so delicious, and all the baked goods. Like, I want to bake. I want to bake. Yeah, this like I'm getting hungry just looking at this. So essentially I want to use all 3 of these cookbooks so that I can do my groceries every week and like make nice meals for my family. I used to love cooking so much, and I think if like we had to check my previous my personal Instagram account that I don't even use anymore, I feel like I had a lot of meals and things like that on there, and I want to get back to that. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Hello guys. I need to moisturize my hair, but can I just say I don't trust Rose. I do not trust Rose at all. She's my #1 suspect right now. To me, if I have to like look at everything that's happening, I feel like she's the one who did it and keeps doing it, because things keep happening. But if it is her, I feel like she's not alone. I feel like there's 2 people at the very least who are responsible of like what's happening. But I really don't trust Rose. I don't trust Rose. The 3rd incident just happened in the book, and I don't trust her. Like, everything she does is of convenience. She went to go look for a boat so they can ask for help and get the cops, and she happens to be the one to go there, and she comes back and telling everybody, oh no, it looks like the rope was cut, the boat is gone. And apparently she brought a gun to this place because she told everybody that she went to go check these ponies that were living in this place and being abused and not being fed and all that. And she got there and had to basically kill them, and she said that she shot them in between the eyes. And then the mom was like, but if you went there for a checkup, why did you go with a gun already? You know what I mean? Which means that you still have the gun here. It's like, no, I hid it. I'm like, I don't trust Rose. I don't trust Rose. Good morning, you guys. It is Saturday morning, and I woke up and I'm reading Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I'm currently on page 228, and I want to say that I don't trust Rose. Well, I think everybody in this family is kind of like wicked, probably except for Nana and Trixie. But even Daisy, I don't think Daisy is really wicked, but I feel that she has been treated so badly throughout her childhood, the way that her sisters have been treating her and bullying her, and the things they say to her, like, I wish you were never born, you know, stuff like that. But Lily, I think Lily hated Daisy the most, but I feel that Rose, like, is the real darkness in this family. She's so dark. Like, she would take rhymes like the hush rhyme, hush little baby, don't you cry. She will add like deadly things in there. Like in her version of the rhymes, and she liked to write those poetry or rhymes a lot, and I just want to get the line. Like, this is how this one goes, right? Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird does scream, Mama's gonna trap you inside a dream. And if that dream is a scary place, Mama's gonna put a pillow over your face. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Sometimes we live and sometimes we die. So that's really, really dark. I think it is so dark, and this is why she's like really high up on my list of suspects right now, as well as Connor, because also Rose has been the only person to disappear and leave a room where everybody is right before something bad happens. So I don't trust her. She's always looking for reasons to leave the room. I don't trust Connor because he's always agreeing with whatever Rose says. So I don't know what his agenda is, but Rose is my number one suspect. And a part of me is just like, is that obvious? Because it's literally on paper as Daisy's just like, you know, she doesn't trust Rose either. I'm on Daisy's side, by the way. I'm on Daisy's side. I don't know if I mentioned in the book that Daisy has a heart disease where it's like her heart is like literally broken, and she's died like 8 times, and she's had a very hard life, and they didn't allow her to even go to school. She was, I don't even want to call it homeschooling, because essentially she learned from reading books on her own. Ugh, my eye is so itchy and irritated. She learned on her own. She never got to go to school. She didn't get to interact with like anybody else. So her social she has social anxiety because she doesn't know how to speak to people. She doesn't know how to interact with people, and it's so sad. Like, she's gone through a lot, and the only person that she felt really loved her, and we could see that this is the only person who really loved her, is her grandmother Nana. And so she would also get jealous when Nana shows affection to the other girls, the other sisters. And so she would get jealous, and she would do something like enact revenge on them. And she cut Lily's hair a day before her birthday. And yeah, it's, guys, this family is dark for sure. Hello you guys, it's Sunday afternoon. Just decided to come outside and read Piranesi. I don't know what the synopsis is, what the book is about, but it seems like no one is alive in this world except for Piranesi and a person that she calls the other. and everybody else is like gone. D-I-E-D. Can't say the full word because you can hear who I'm sitting with. But yeah, we're just sitting here and want to get some reading done. I've got my water. I just washed my hair. But yeah, I'm feeling quite tired. My eyes feel so tired. But that's what we're doing.
A bear is slumped in the front of the owl. And this boy knows how to drive. Once upon a time, there's good kids and a cutie little dog.
Yeah. What's the dog's name?
Barky.
Barky. Okay.
No,
And are we
Barksy.
gonna go to the next page and see what's happening?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Stories. And we are number 1. We are 1 already. Playing. And these 2 girls are playing princesses and queens and butterflies.
In the treehouse.
In the tree house. And they were stuck in the a castle. The princesses were stuck in a real tall castle. And a superhero will get them down.
True.
I got you.
I got you.
You're down now.
Turn the page. Let's see what's happening in the next page.
Oh, they're reading books and taking a break.
Yeah, like you. They're reading books like you.
And just like you.
Hello, you guys. I just wanted to come here and close off this vlog. I'm actually very tired. But I started reading Piranesi today, and I think I'll talk more about it in my new vlog that I'm gonna start tomorrow, because I don't have the energy to actually think right now. I started that, but I also started this book. It is called The Girl, the Ghost, and the Lost Name. And this is by Reese Carter. It is a middle grade a teenage ghost. And I don't know what else is going on yet, but I really like the writing. It's kind of like quirky and funny, and I'm really enjoying it because I switched to something that was easier to read because I was feeling so tired, and I wanted something that would be like quick, easy, and fun, and it's definitely that. I'm only like on page 12 because I'm so tired, but I just wanted to close off this vlog because I don't think there's not going to be any more updates. So I'll start off the new vlog tomorrow, and I'll talk a little bit more about these books. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe to my channel down below, as well as hit that like button, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.